The alien vessel loomed in the night sky above the small Montana town, casting strange purple shadows across the snow-covered fields. Commander Lily Martinez stood on her porch watching with narrowed eyes as the ship hovered silently. 3 months ago, these visitors had arrived claiming peaceful intentions, but Lily had her doubts. Their species, the Vraxians, tall, elegant beings with shimmering blue skin and 4 arms, had established an outpost just outside town. They shared technology and medical knowledge, but something felt off. Lily pulled her jacket tighter as the winter wind cut through her. The Vraxians had been particularly interested in human women, inviting many to tour their vessel. Most returned talking excitedly about amazing technology and gracious hosts, but a few never came back. The official explanation was that they had chosen to visit the Vraxian homeworld tonight. Lily had received a strange message from her childhood friend Kate Morgan, who had disappeared 2 weeks ago after accepting an invitation aboard the alien ship. The message contained only coordinates and one word: help. The coordinates led to an abandoned mining facility in the mountains 30 miles from town. Lily checked her gear one more time. Thermal scanner, disruptor pistol hidden in her boot, and emergency beacon. Her military training from 10 years in special operations would not go to waste tonight as her truck climbed the mountain road. Lily rehearsed what she knew. The Vraxians had arrived with grand promises, technological exchange, and cultural understanding. Their ambassador Nayla had charmed world leaders with elegant speeches about galactic brotherhood. The mining facility appeared ahead, dark and seemingly deserted. Lily parked behind a ridge and approached on foot. Her scanner showed 3 heat signatures inside 1 human and 2 Vraxian. The facility door slid open. Silently, Lily moved through shadows, her footsteps careful and measured. Voices echoed from deeper inside. Ambassador Nayla stood in what once was the main processing area, her tall, slender form illuminated by strange floating lights. Beside her, another Vraxian operated complex equipment surrounding what looked like a medical pod inside. Lily could see Kate unconscious with tubes and sensors attached to her body. The human species possesses remarkable adaptive genetics. Nayla said, "We have tested 17 subjects and all show the same potential. Their biology can be modified to survive conditions that would kill most sentient species." The second Vraxian responded, "Our homeworld grows increasingly uninhabitable. These humans, particularly the females, have reproductive systems that can be altered to birth our kind. The genetic modifications are proceeding as planned. The first generation of hybrids will be ready within their lunar cycle." Lily felt cold rage build inside her. The peaceful exchange had been a cover for something far more sinister. They were experimenting on human women, preparing to use them as breeding vessels for their dying race. She needed to act, but direct confrontation would be suicide. The Vraxians had demonstrated technology far beyond human capabilities. What she needed was evidence to expose their true intentions. Sliding along the wall, Lily positioned herself behind equipment where she could see the control panel. The Vraxian technician had left a data crystal inserted into their system. Lily would need that, and Kate a metal container provided the distraction she needed. Lily kicked it across the room, drawing the attention of both aliens. Ambassador Nayla gestured for the technician to investigate, while she continued monitoring the equipment. With practiced efficiency, Lily circled through the shadows. When the technician passed, she struck quickly her disruptor, causing the alien to convulse silently before collapsing. She caught the tall body before it hit the floor, dragging it behind storage containers. Nayla called out something in her musical language. When no response came, she moved toward where the technician had disappeared. Lily calculated her timing, waiting until the ambassador passed before slipping to the control panel. She grabbed the data crystal and began typing commands into the system, searching for the release mechanism for the pod. A sharp hum of energy made her duck as something hot sliced through the air where her head had been. Nayla stood 10 feet away, her lower arms holding a weapon while her upper arms gestured in complex patterns. "How disappointing," said the ambassador. Her voice remained melodic despite the menace in her words. "I thought humans were simple creatures easily manipulated. But some of you have proven surprisingly resourceful." Lily kept the console between them. "Not as simple as you hoped," she replied. "We tend to notice when our people go missing. Neela tilted her head. Your species faces extinction within 3 generations. Your pollution resource, depletion, genetic degradation. We offer salvation. The women we selected will become the mothers of a new hybrid species preserving the best of humanity, while keeping the alien talking. Lily edged toward the medical pod where Kate lay. The release control had to be nearby. Your generosity is overwhelming, Lily said sarcastically. Using us as breeding stock without consent. How noble. The Vraxian stepped closer. You misunderstand. We selected only the most genetically suitable humans. The process has already begun. Look at your friend. Her DNA now carries Vraxian sequences. Her children will survive the coming catastrophes that will eliminate most of your kind. Lily spotted the emergency release, a red panel beside the pod. She needed to get closer, just a few more feet. Your people should be honored, Neela continued. Soon the first generation of hybrids will emerge stronger than either parent species. They will inherit this world after your civilization collapses, as our models predict it must. Lily lunged for the release panel, slamming her hand against it. Alarms immediately blared as the pod began opening. Neela fired her weapon again. The energy beam scorching the wall behind Lily. Kate stirred inside the pod, her eyes fluttering open. Lily grabbed her arm, pulling her free of the tubes and sensors. Kate stumbled forward, disoriented but alive. Stop. Neela commanded, all 4 arms now wielding weapons. Your friend carries the future she belongs to. Us. Kate steadied herself against Lily, her expression clearing as she registered the situation. No, she said, her voice hoarse. I belong to myself. Lily pressed the emergency beacon in her pocket, sending their location to military command. The sudden flash of lights outside suggested reinforcements had already arrived. The Vraxian outpost had been under surveillance for weeks since the first disappearances. Neela seemed to understand her position was compromised. This changes nothing, she said. Our ships orbit your world. Your government's welcome. Our technology. Soon we will have all we need. Military personnel stormed the facility surrounding the ambassador with weapons drawn. Lily helped Kate toward the exit, still clutching the data crystal that would expose the Vraxian plan. 3 days later, Kate sat in the medical bay of the secret government facility, hidden beneath an ordinary office building in Washington, D.C. The doctors had been running tests since their escape from the mining facility. Lily stood by her side, refusing to leave even when ordered to. Dr. Ellen Wright approached them, holding a tablet, her expression grave. The genetic modifications are extensive, she said. The Vraxian DNA has been integrated with yours at a cellular level. Kate, we can reverse some of it, but not all. What does that mean? Kate asked, her hands trembling slightly. It means your body chemistry has been permanently altered, Dr. Wright explained. Your immune system, cellular regeneration, even your reproductive system has been enhanced. I have never seen anything like it. Lily placed a hand on her friend's shoulder. Is she in danger? No, Dr. Wright said, surprisingly the opposite. The modifications appear to have improved her physical condition. Her cells show remarkable resistance to disease, aging, and environmental toxins. She may live twice as long as an unmodified human. Kate looked down at her hands. They altered me without permission, made me into something else entirely. How many others like me are out there? 17 women had been rescued from various Vraxian facilities around the world. Each showed similar modifications. The data crystal Lily had stolen revealed the full extent of the alien plan. The Vraxians had not been truthful about their homeworld. It was not dying but overpopulated. They saw Earth as a convenient colony and humans, particularly women, as biological resources to be harvested. General Patricia Walsh, director of the newly formed Alien Threat Response Division, called a meeting of all recovered women and key military personnel. The situation is worse than we initially believed, she announced. The Vraxian fleet in orbit consists of 12 ships, not the 3 they officially declared. Their technology is advanced, but not unbeatable on. The screen behind her images appeared, showing the alien vessels positioned around Earth. Our intelligence suggests they are preparing for a larger arrival. Their advance team was meant to establish beachheads and begin the biological modification program before the main colonization force arrives. Lily stood up. What are our options? General Walsh nodded, appreciating the direct question. We have 3 defense satellites equipped with experimental energy weapons based on technology we developed. After studying Vraxian equipment, we can target their ships but not all at once. And once we fire, they will know we are hostile. Kate, who had been quiet, spoke up. What about us? The 17 women they modified. What role do we play in this, Doctor? Wright stepped forward. The genetic modifications you received appear to have an unexpected side effect. Your DNA now contains markers that interact with Vraxian technology. Our tests show you can operate their systems, interface with their computers, even potentially pilot their vessels. The room fell silent as the implication sank in. You want to use us as weapons, Kate said, her voice steady, not weapons. General Walsh corrected, assets. You have been given abilities without your consent, but those abilities may now be the key to saving our planet. We need volunteers to train to use these new capabilities. Kate and Lily exchanged looks. I volunteer. Kate said, standing up. They took my choice away once. I won't let them do it again. 5 other women stood as well, each with determination on their face. The remaining 11 looked uncertain, fear evident in their expressions. You don't have to decide now, Dr. Wright said. This is your choice. No one will force you. I have a question, Lily said, turning to Kate. Is there any way to give these abilities to others? Volunteers who want to fight? Dr. Wright hesitated. The process appears to require Vraxian medical technology specific to female biology. We cannot replicate it without their equipment. Lily nodded, making her decision clear. I want to volunteer. If Kate is going to fight, I will too. Find a way to make it work. The training facility was hidden deep within Yellowstone National Park, disguised as a research station. 6 women, including Kate, had mastered their new abilities, learning to interface with salvaged Vraxian technology Dr. Wright had developed. A serum derived from the modified women that granted temporary connection to alien systems. It wasn't permanent like the Vraxian procedure, but it allowed Lily and other volunteers to join the effort. Kate stood before a hovering control panel, her hands moving through holographic symbols with practiced ease. The panel had been salvaged from a damaged Vraxian shuttle. It responds to my thoughts, she explained to Lily. Their language feels like music in my mind. Lily watched in amazement. 2 months of intensive training had transformed Kate from victim to warrior. Her friend moved with new confidence, her body stronger, her mind sharper. The genetic modifications had enhanced her in ways they were still discovering. General Walsh entered, the room flanked by her aides. Our satellites have detected a new signal, she announced. The main Vraxian fleet has entered the outer solar system. 20 large vessels moving toward Earth. They will arrive in 7 days. The room tensed with the news. Their intelligence suggested this would be a colonization force with thousands of Vraxians ready to claim Earth. What about diplomatic channels? Lily asked. We've exposed their lies. Perhaps we can negotiate. The general shook her head. Ambassador Nayla has maintained that the 17 women volunteered for genetic modification. She claims we misunderstood their intentions. The United Nations remains divided. Some nations still believe the Vraxians offer technological salvation. Kate snorted in disgust. They won't stop, she said. Her connection to Vraxian systems had given her insights into their thinking. Their population is 15 billion. They need new worlds and see us as primitive. They believe creating hybrids is a mercy, allowing the best of humanity to survive under their rule. Our operation proceeds as planned. General Walsh stated, Operation Trojan Horse. The 6 modified women will infiltrate the Vraxian command ship using their ability to interface with alien systems. They will upload a virus designed to disable their weapons and communications. Meanwhile, our defense satellites will target their engines, immobilizing the fleet. Lily studied the tactical display. What about the 12 ships already in orbit? Smaller. Team will board the diplomatic vessel where Ambassador Nayla is stationed. Dr. Wright said we need to capture her alive. She contains genetic markers that could help us reverse more of the modifications if the affected women choose that option. That night, Lily found Kate standing alone on the observation deck looking up at the stars. "Do you ever wonder," she asked, "if there are other aliens out there watching this play out?" Kate nodded. "Maybe some who might actually want peaceful contact." Lily hesitated before asking the question that had been on her mind. "Will you keep the modifications after this is over if Dr. Wright finds a way to fully reverse them?" Kate was silent for a long moment. "I don't know," she finally answered. "They violated me, changed me without permission, but these abilities, the connection I feel to technology, the strength and speed, it's becoming part of who I am now. And the extended lifespan means I could see humanity reach the stars for real." 3 days later, the team prepared for their mission. A Vraxian shuttle captured and modified sat ready in the underground hangar. Kate and the other 5 modified women wore specialized combat suits designed to interface with alien technology. Lily and her strike team of 20 soldiers would accompany them. Targeting Ambassador Nayla, Dr. Wright administered the temporary serum to Lily and her team. "The effect lasts 12 hours, she warned. "After that, you will lose the ability to operate their systems." General Walsh addressed the assembled teams. "This is humanity's first stand against an alien threat. You carry not just the hopes of your countries but of your species. The Vraxians believe us primitive, easily manipulated. Today we prove them wrong." The shuttle lifted off, its systems responding to Kate's mental commands. The plan relied on the Vraxians not firing on one of their own vessels. As they approached orbit, Kate's expression became distant. Her mind linked to the ship's communications. "They're receiving us," she said. "They think we're bringing new human subjects for processing." Lily checked her weapon. The Vraxians had never expected resistance, believing humans too divided and technologically inferior to mount an effective defense. That arrogance would be their weakness. The shuttle docked with the diplomatic vessel, seemingly routine. Kate interfaced with the security systems, disabling alarms and creating a safe path to Ambassador Nayla's quarters. Lily led her team through the alien corridors, their movements practiced from weeks of training with holographic simulations. 2 Vraxian guards appeared ahead. Kate raised her hand, the aliens' weapons suddenly powering down. Their technology recognized her as authorized her modified DNA, granting access to their systems. The guards fell quickly under focused disruptor fire. Ambassador Nayla's quarters were ahead, ornate and secure. Lily nodded to Kate, who placed her palm against the control panel. The door slid open, revealing the tall, elegant alien ambassador. "Welcome, Commander Martinez." Ambassador Nayla said, unsurprised. "I wondered when you would attempt this. Your species is predictably rebellious." Lily kept her weapon trained on the ambassador. "You lied about your intentions. You experimented on humans without consent. You planned an invasion." Nayla tilted her head. "The strong survive," she said simply. "Your kind still thinks in primitive terms like consent and invasion. The galaxy operates on different principles. Resources go to those advanced. Enough to claim them inferior species adapt or perish." Kate stepped forward, her eyes locked on the ambassador. "We are not inferior," she said, "and we are not yours to experiment on." Nayla studied Kate with interest. "The modifications have integrated well. Your genetic structure has accepted our improvements, better than expected. You could be the template for the next phase." Lily motioned to her team to secure the ambassador. "You're coming with us," she said. "We have questions about your technology, particularly how to reverse what you've done." Nayla laughed, a musical sound. "Why would you want to reverse perfection? These women are now superior to unmodified humans. They will live longer, resist disease, think faster. The modifications are a gift." Kate's expression hardened. "A gift requires consent," she said, as the soldiers restrained the ambassador. Across space, the main strike team had successfully boarded the Vraxian command ship. The 6 modified women, led by Samantha Lee, a former software engineer from California, had reached the central computer. Core using their unique connection to alien technology. They began uploading the virus designed by Earth's best programmers. The virus spread through the Vraxian network, jumping from ship to ship, disabling weapons and communications. The aliens had never considered their modified subjects would gain such complete access to their systems. Their arrogance became their vulnerability. On the diplomatic vessel, alarms suddenly blared. The ambassador's 4 eyes widened. "What have you done?" She demanded. "Taught you not to underestimate humanity." Lily replied. Through her neural link, Kate could sense the chaos spreading through the Vraxian fleet. The virus had worked better than expected, not just disabling systems but giving control to the modified women who could now operate the alien vessels remotely. On Earth, General Walsh watched as the defense satellites fired precisely targeted energy beams at the engines of the larger ships. The Vraxian fleet now hung disabled in orbit there, colonization plans halted before they could begin. As Lily's team transported Ambassador Nayla to their shuttle, Kate interfaced with the diplomatic vessel's controls. She could feel the other modified women across the fleet, all connected through the alien network, working in perfect synchronization. The return to Earth was triumphant. The captured ambassador was placed in a secure facility, while scientists and military personnel began examining the disabled Vraxian ships. The technology aboard would advance human science by decades. Dr. Wright met Kate and Lily as they disembarked. "We did it," she said, beaming. "The modifications you received, the ones that were meant to subjugate humanity, instead gave us the tools to defend ourselves." Kate nodded, looking thoughtful. "They never expected us to turn their technology against them. They thought us primitive, but we adapted faster than they could imagine." In the weeks that followed, humanity began to unite in ways previously thought impossible. The Vraxian threat had sparked cooperation between nations previously at odds. Ancient rivalries seemed petty in the face of alien invasion. A new organization was formed, the Earth Defense Initiative, combining military, scientific, and diplomatic resources from around the world. General Walsh was appointed as its first director, with Lily serving as chief of operations. Kate and the other modified women became the core of a special unit dedicated to understanding and adapting alien technology. Ambassador Nayla remained in custody, providing reluctant insights into Vraxian biology and technology. She maintained her belief that humans were an inferior species, despite the evidence of their victory. In her holding cell, she addressed Kate, who had come to question her about Vraxian homeworld defenses. "You think you've won," she said, "but you've merely delayed the inevitable. Our civilization spans 12 star systems. This fleet was just one colonization effort. When they fail to report, others will." Kate studied the ambassador, feeling both hatred and curiosity for the being who had altered her forever. "Your mistake was thinking of us as simple creatures," she said. "You saw our divisions, our conflicts, and thought us weak. But those challenges made us adaptable. We've been fighting among ourselves for thousands of years. We know conflict. You thought us easy prey, but found predators instead." Across the globe, nations began implementing technology, reverse engineered from the Vraxian ships. Advanced propulsion systems, energy weapons, medical technology. Earth scientists worked day and night to understand and improve upon the alien designs. The 17 modified women became celebrities, symbols of humanity's resilience. Some chose to have their modifications reversed as Dr. Wright developed methods to restore their original genetic structure. Others, like Kate, embraced their new abilities, seeing them as tools to protect Earth from future threats. Lily found Kate in the research lab late one night studying Vraxian star charts. "I think I can pilot one of their ships," Kate said, excitement in her voice. "The neural interface recognizes me as authorized. The modifications they gave me, they connect me to their entire network." "To what?" And Lily asked. Kate pointed to a distant star system. "Their homeworld," she said. "We need to understand what we're facing. We need to see it for ourselves." General Walsh approved the mission reluctantly. A small team would take a captured Vraxian scout ship capable of faster-than-light travel to observe the alien homeworld. The intelligence gathered would be crucial for Earth's defense strategy. Kate would pilot, with Lily commanding the mission. The journey to the Vraxian homeworld took 3 weeks even. With the advanced propulsion system, Kate navigated the vessel through what the aliens called fold space. Her mind connected directly to the ship's systems. The small crew included Dr. Abby Chen, a xenobiologist, and Tyler Robinson, a weapons specialist, as they approached the Vraxian star system. Kate activated the ship's cloaking technology, another feature they had discovered in the captured vessels. The homeworld, Vraxia Prime, appeared on their view screen, a massive planet with sprawling cities covering entire continents. Orbiting the planet were hundreds of ships similar to those that had approached Earth. The defeat of the Earth expedition had not yet affected their civilization. They need more worlds, Dr. Chen said, studying the sensor readings. Their population density is unsustainable. Their atmosphere shows signs of severe pollution. Resource depletion has reached critical levels. Lily understood now why the Vraxians had targeted Earth. Their own world was dying not from natural causes but from overconsumption and overpopulation. They needed new territories, new resources, and had deemed humans expendable in their expansion. Kate established a connection to the Vraxian information network, her modifications allowing her to bypass security protocols. "I can access their central database," she said, her eyes unfocused as information flowed directly into her mind. "Oh my God. What is it?" Lily asked, alarmed by her friend's sudden distress. "Earth wasn't the only target," Kate said. "They have expeditions to 12 habitable worlds across this sector of the galaxy, all with indigenous life, all slated for colonization. They see themselves as the rightful rulers of this part of space." Tyler studied the tactical displays. "Their military capacity is enormous," he said. "Thousands of warships, weapons we can't even understand. We caught them by surprise at Earth, but a direct conflict we can't win through force." Lily realized, studying the information Kate was extracting. "We need another approach." Kate continued downloading data from the Vraxian network. "These genetic modifications," she said, "they aren't just for creating hybrids. The Vraxians themselves are modified. Their natural form is different. Their original homeworld was destroyed 2,000 years ago. They survived by adapting, incorporating genetic material from species they encountered." Dr. Chen moved closer to examine the biological data appearing on screen. "Fascinating," she said. "They're genetic parasites. They preserve themselves by absorbing traits from other species." A plan began to form in Lily's mind. "We have what we need," she said. "Kate, download everything you can on their biology, their history, their technology. We're leaving." The return journey to Earth was tense with anticipation. The information they carried would change humanity's understanding of the threat they had faced, not just an invasion, but potential extinction. General Walsh assembled world leaders to hear their report. "The Vraxian threat is greater than we imagined," Lily explained. "But we have identified a weakness. Their entire civilization depends on genetic modification technology. Without it, they cannot adapt to new environments or maintain their current form." Dr. Wright, who had been studying the downloaded data, spoke up. "Their modification process requires specific enzymes unique to their biology. If we can develop a counteragent, it would destabilize the modifications, not just in the human subjects but potentially in the Vraxians themselves." For the next 6 months, Earth's best scientists worked to develop this counteragent. Ambassador Nayla watched with growing concern as they made progress. They tested the formula on tissue samples taken from the ambassador, confirming its effectiveness. Kate faced a difficult choice. The counter-agent would affect her as well, potentially removing the abilities she had come to rely on. "I want to keep the modifications," she finally decided. "They were forced on me, but I've made them my own. Now they serve humanity, not the Vraxian agenda." The United Nations approved a bold plan. They would send a message to the Vraxian homeworld. Not a plea for peace, but an ultimatum. The Vraxians would withdraw from Earth space permanently, or face the release of the counteragent, which would be devastating to their entire species. Ambassador Nayla was returned to a repaired Vraxian vessel carrying samples of the counteragent and video evidence of its effects. "This is genocide," she accused as she prepared to depart. "No," Lily replied. "This is deterrence. We don't want to use this weapon, but we will defend ourselves. You came to our world, uninvited, experimented on our people, planned to colonize us against our will. You left us no choice." Kate stood beside Lily as they watched the ambassador's ship depart. "I wonder if they'll understand," she said. that we're not the simple creatures they thought us to be, that we can be, both fierce and merciful. 6 months later, the Varaxian response arrived. They would respect Earth's boundaries, declaring the solar system off-limits to colonization. In return, they requested scientific exchange, particularly in fields other than genetic modification. The threat had not ended entirely. Humanity knew that, turning their eyes to the stars, Earth's nations continued to build defenses, develop technology, and prepare for a universe they now knew held both wonders and dangers. The Earth Defense Initiative expanded, constructing Earth's first true space fleet vessels based on Varaxian designs but improved by human innovation. The modified women, including Kate, formed the core of the pilot program, their unique abilities making them natural interfaces with the hybrid technology Lily. Now Admiral Martinez stood on the bridge of the flagship Defender as it prepared for its maiden voyage, Kate at the helm. The ship represented humanity's new place in the galaxy, not merely survivors but contenders on the view screen. Earth receded a blue jewel against the blackness. The battle with the Varaxians had united the planet in ways nothing else could, giving humans a common purpose. A shared destiny. Kate looked up from the navigation controls, meeting Lily's eyes. "I never thanked you," she said, "for coming to rescue me that night at the mining facility." Lily smiled. "That's what humanity does," she replied. "We protect our own." As the Defender accelerated toward the outer planets, its mission to establish Earth's first extraterrestrial colony on Titan, Admiral Martinez reflected on how far they had come. The Varaxians had seen humans as primitive, easily manipulated creatures fit only to be used. What they found instead was a species whose greatest strength lay in their determination to remain free. They had underestimated humanity's ingenuity, resilience, and fierce protection of their own, and that had been their greatest mistake. The stars stretched before them, no longer symbols of alien threat, but of human potential. The Varaxians had come to conquer, but instead had awakened a sleeping giant. Humanity had taken its first real steps into the cosmos, not as victims, but as equals ready to face whatever waited among the stars.